Hi again then guys, and one of the most obvious things to get requests for, of course, since the 1.19 update dropped is to get tune setups for either speed or circuit performance for the new Group C Le Mans cars, and this particular tune is actually designed not for one or the other, but for both, to have great handling and great straight line speed so that you can dominate around tracks such as La Sarthe, either with or without the chicanes. Now, in order for this one to be as useful as possible, I've left the weight and the power at 100%, which in other words is basically stock. Now, it is even faster, of course, if you do drop the weight. It even makes a difference to the top speed, but we'll get to that in a second when I actually take the car out on the track. Now, traction control I've got turned off. I know some people like to have it on. It's faster without it, but of course it's down to you. As far as tyres, we've got racing hards on it, again just to see what it will actually feel like without the advantage of softs. As far as brake balance, we haven't touched that. For the ride height, we've got that on 85mm. The frequency we've left on 4. Anti-roll I've actually reduced down to 5 on the front and the back, just to loosen it up a little bit through corners in particular. For compression on the dampers, I've increased those to 56. For rebound, we've got them on 85. I've reduced the camber quite a lot to 1 degree. That's primarily for stability through corners. You could even run it with none if you wanted to give it a try, but I'd recommend having 1, it just gives you that little bit of a fail-safe, but again, I often don't run with it, so by all means try it. We've got neutral toe, also, perhaps surprisingly the lowest possible downforce, which is obvious for speed, but not so much for handling. Thankfully though, it still has a whole lot of downforce anyway, so if you want even better handling, then of course you can increase that for technical circuits, but it's actually really good even on the lowest setting. Now, as far as the diff, I've gone for the lowest initial torque and then the highest settings for both acceleration and braking, and that actually allows you to really put the power down out of corners without the car fishtailing around. Now, of course, you still need to focus when you're driving it. It's a powerful car, a lightweight one, but it's a lot more forgiving than some other tunes might be, and certainly more forgiving than the car is in its natural form. And as far as the gearbox, of course, we've got an auto setting of 261, then I've rounded off the gears themselves to 2.35, 1.55, 1.15, 0.9 and 0.725, and we've just lowered the final drive a little bit to 3.475. So that's it for my tune. Of course, there are a couple of variations that you can do. You can increase the downforce, you can lower the weight, you can change the tyres, but this is its essential basic form. So now let's take it out to Le Mans to prove what it can do. Now, in terms of lap time potential, this one can run, as you'll see in a second, I'll skip forward the video, just over 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 2 seconds was my first lap with this particular tune, and of course there are cars that can go quicker than that. Even the Group C's, my Jaguar for instance, did a 2:59. You can get this one to go even quicker, but that's the point. That is with stock weight and racing hards. So basically, it is a stock vehicle in effect. We've just tuned the settings themselves rather than upgrading it. So if you do choose to drop the weight in particular, it actually does improve your top speed as well. Now, without the weight being touched, it will do 250 miles per hour, and it handles like a dream. It's very smooth, very controlled. As I said earlier, thanks to the diff, you can put your foot down out of corners, and you don't need to worry too much about it spinning up or spinning out. So if you do choose to drop the weight, it'll actually give you an extra 2 or 3 miles per hour. You can get it up around 252 with the lower weight. So it does actually make a difference. 3 minutes and 2 seconds with the stock weight. You can easily go under 3 minutes with the lower weight. And of course, you could go even quicker than that if you drop the tyres to softs instead. So overall, if you do decide to use this tune, I hope you have a ton of fun with it. It's a very competitive build. So of course, on this track or others too, I hope you win plenty of races with it. Stick around, of course, on the channel for more. I'm going to tune up the other Group C cars as well. And of course, you can click through at the end to see plenty of tunes that I've already done. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.